Like a big win for the Bush administration as both houses of Congress approve a plan to question and try terrorism suspects. The measure creates military commissions to prosecute suspects and gives the president the power to decide how those suspects should be interrogated. I'm joined now by Oregon Senator Gordon Smith. Senator Smith, you voted for this thing, but you don't entirely like it. Do I have that right?
Well, that's correct. The Supreme Court required that we produce these new military commissions to try these terrorists in the Hamden decision. But there is a provision in there that I find very unconstitutional, and I believe ultimately the courts will strike it down and we'll have to go back at this. It relates to the issue of habeas corpus, which is denied detainees.
So you think this whole thing is going to come back to Congress's lap once again?
If my interpretation is correct, yes, it will, because I think what I understand from my study of the law, and I think what every citizen should know, that the writ of habeas corpus is the right upon which all of our civil rights hang. It's the first right in our Constitution, if you will, because what it says is if you're detained, you have the right to ask a judge, why am I being held? This could have been handled within the commission system, but it would have given them the right to go to a separate branch of government and simply inquire, am I being correctly detained?
Let me ask you something. You know, one of the arguments is that we are a nation of laws and we ought to prove ourselves better than, you know, the people that we're going after, the people that we're detaining. We have seen how some of our soldiers get treated when they are kidnapped by these Al-Qaeda type thugs. Do you really believe that somehow changing our laws in the way we hold or interrogate prisoners is going to make somebody think twice before they abuse an American?
No, I don't think that it would change their minds, but it is the definition or the difference between a civilized society and a decent people, and the opposite of those things. And I believe that when an executive power grabs someone, that someone ought to be able to ask an independent body in government if they are being correctly detained. In 99 out of 100 cases, they're going to be detained correctly, but believe me, you don't even want one improperly held. And I think that is a principle so fundamental as to who we are as Americans, not who the terrorists are, that we should have stood by that right. So I have registered my objection with my vote, and ultimately we have a separate branch of government called the judiciary that will decide this question and decide who is right and who is wrong. But I think the writ of habeas corpus is a principle that is worth standing by.
Oregon Senator Gordon Smith, thank you.